to go for some of that early middle control. Instead, it'll just be Jogamo with that first contact outside A.
Well, Trent is with the first contact and with first blood. But the thing with Fnatic is that you've realized there's a lot of pressure here. You might want to poke and prod in different directions. Trent doubles up, though Fnatic are quick to reply.
Got the spike.
That they are. The patience to be rewarded here. You can see the walk up in middle from G2, just re-clearing some of this space, getting a little bit more information.
They're showing intention, really. G2 want to make sure they want to get things started on the right foot, where they're dictating the tempo and they're illustrating it to perfection already. Quick mid push, and there might be a breakaway here. If Chronicle isn't ready for it, but he gets by with his life. Leaf now needs to walk in aggressive, doesn't get traded. Fnatic need to react to this quickly.
But look at this, Fnatic. You can see Alpha is ready for the swing, but to drop Spike there, difficult for Boaster to recover with 30 seconds on this clock.
Yeah, it's a hard one for Boaster. A 1v3 required of the captain. There's Tripwire in front of him, Spike far away. Sure, he's got a little bit of a TP to go through. No, he doesn't have it available, so it will even be shown. Sure, Smoke does give him some place, some position, really, to work around this, and he'll get the plant. Is there a chance here? Do we believe in this?
I mean, you have got the stun going through. When it comes to G2, you know they're going to flood on site together.
No, they will, but can Boaster isolate the fights? The answer is a big fat no to that, as it's Jonah to draw final blood. No longer being there for G2, gaining that garage control. They might be able to put a little bit more pressure into B, but Leaf couldn't help himself with a little bit more of exploration. Alpha is able to find it out, but it's not without the reply. Valorant keeps the pressure on, but he might be stuck in place, given Boaster's all the way behind him, and if he's not too careful, he will be dealt with. Fnatic have got a clear coastway into C.
I love the way that they look to actually take that garage control back, knowing that there is that threat of having some shotguns in there, ensuring that they're able to collapse on any player or two players stuck in that choke point. Now, leaving it up to Jogamo and Jonah P, just looking to do a little bit of that extra damage.
Yeah, and you can see the fact that the influence of the second round coming into this one, they weren't able to save too many major rifles, any bulldogs, all that, so they're sort of having to settle with a stinger and a ghost for this attempt. But given how safe Fnatic are going to play in these situations, you know, you're sort of hoping for a Hail Mary, a bit of an overstep, a mistake, but Fnatic don't do any of those, especially when Chronicle is on the backline, leaving no survivors. That's not the opening they wanted, though. They want to take this B space.
Just slipping through the crack there towards window, actually managing to take out Alpha. And now the Hunter's Fury here for Trent.
It's
no
brilliant.
time left. There's nothing Fnatic can do.
Blink and you miss it. Fnatic just disappear. Damage on site like that. Fnatic now need to realize what the play is. Alpha on scout work on the back line. Chronicle as well on short pressed back by the aftershock. Kayak is the first player to find a pick, so it does mean that things are stabilized 4 versus 4. The G2 are starting to break through, and they're not taking any prisoners here. Boaster able to answer back, but they're running out of players. 2v3, Alpha is now dealt with, so Boaster's all by himself. 3 to deal with, but G2 gonna move in together, and as a unit, will put Fnatic in the dirt. So themselves, Fnatic have got a hint of it. They kind of smell it.
Oh.
There's something up, Jogamo gets interrupted. Boaster's able to open things up on short as well, and he's playing all by himself. 2 players on the A side for G2. You thought you dealt with the defenders. Think again! Backline, extravaganza coming through from Fnatic. They've broken through the A site, and this round is theirs.
That it is. Now it's all about timing. Still, there is that trip to reveal Leaf as well. But overall, an impossible round for him to win. Fnatic would have to make immense mistakes. And with Chronicle lurking on the other side of the map, there should be no opportunity for Leaf to find.
Too so quick to react. When you have the Neon dashing through the site, dashing through the map, you can get very quickly to the right positions. Trent and Jogamo break through, through the dimensional drift, and he makes it work with 2, but it's still an equalized scenario, but Fnatic have got space control.
That they do is a great paranoia coming out from Boaster to allow that play to even happen.
But look at the heaven spacing. Valorant's got to be patient, though. You don't want to take the fight too early. You want Leaf to be in the optimal position so that you can see him being patient in this endeavor. He's got the paranoia available. This is so important. But for Fnatic, they need to be unpredictable with their placements, right? But also not be exposed to the elements. Oh, there's so much to think about here, but Fnatic need to make it work.
With this timing, though, you can expect that they are buying time for the flank.
Oh, the paranoia! It just funnels out for you right into the hands of Leaf. Boaster can't hold on! G2 perfectly showing where exactly the plan is for Fnatic. G2 maneuver into the defense of it before Fnatic can say hello, Jogamo. He rushes in. He's deep into the defense of the site. Fnatic are no longer with us. And
he's going to force Leaf off of the advanced angle that he had towards C as well.
Oh, the mind games. sticking to the original plan, even though that's where most of the defenders are. Alpha without a care in the world! That is a 3K for him, and Fnatic are right back in the fight.
They're looking good right now. These plays have been the saving grace here for Fnatic. These A-site hits and a flawless round for something that we were lacking a little bit here on the attacking side.
Oh, it's Bosa with the opener. It's rare Fnatic haven't been getting too many of these first kills, but not too bad. Dimensional Rift, Kayak is able to break through the C site, pinging out where one of the players are. Jonah undiscovered, at least traded. Fnatic will be able to gain space control, but they left the spike behind, and Valorant is able to fight that for now. Trent, oh, he's blinded. Fnatic taking no chances as they want to make their way into the C site. Jogamo undiscovered. He's got 3 more to play with. The fact that Fnatic have got 2 players that are low, if Jogamo goes onto a rifle, this could be within the realms of reason.
It's a big thing. And you've also got the expiry date secured there on the shield there for Alpha, so no additional protection for him either. He's still got a concuss to work with here for Jogamo.
Oh.
Narrowly missed.
Kill contract doesn't connect. Jogamo goes in. That's the first, but he reveals himself, tries to get the shot on quick enough against Post-up a Fnatic.
They've heard the reload in window here as well.
Tough one for Alpha, yeah. Oh, and in and out of battle, weaving like a madman. Kayak, though, is there for the reply, but Jogamo slides through and keeps the advantage here for G2, leaving Chronicle on a very hot seat. There's no standing up on this one, though, but you can definitely know he's zoned in. It's 3 players up against the 1. The spike is already being planted. You can already call this round over as G2 make this round their own.
Yeah, and you look at how far back Leaf is also playing into spawn here as well. He'll have the information to relay to G2 on if Chronicle is looking for a flank retake or if they should expect to see him over towards CT. And with Giacomo's positioning over in heaven as well, every single piece of ground is covered here in the post plant.
And look, you win these pistols, you start getting those slight advantages, right? The 2 first rounds of each half. And G2 are looking to do that. Chronicle, tough work for him. Too many angles to cover and account for G2.
Expecting the rotation to have gone through towards C after that mid info is found.
Double stun, connecting up both players to the backside, but they don't anticipate Alpha. 2 players ahead.
Oh.
Alpha is nasty with it. Truly feeling on top of his game of the ice. So 2 remaining for G2 trying to break through. Only one of them holding a rifle, SMG rather, the Spectre. Valen gets one. But Jonah's no more, leaving Valen to do it all by himself. He spots out where one is, but Chronicle is going all the way around him. Sure, you'll expect to look behind you, no? But he's got 15 seconds. He's going to have to run towards this B site quickly, but at least he'll be able to play that as he pleases.
Yeah, get that plant down. It will be a chance for Fnatic to recover a couple weapons on that A site, look to regroup and play this retake together. Not too much to work with here. A TP out over towards B main as well.
You know, sometimes you throw a TP, you don't know if it's a fake or not. So still, Fnatic gonna do their due diligence. Double caged across, no gaps left.
They're baiting with that plant. Valen trying to make Fnatic guess that he had pushed over towards the garage side, playing into C lobby. Valen.
Patient. Chronicle. Not quite ready for it. Oh, dear me. Kayak's only got the Sheriff in hand. Valen going to be pre-firing that, but Kayak is able to crouch peek and end up with a bullet boost a little bit. G2 showing that there's 2 spaces to their play. Catching Bosa off guard, and now he's infiltrated the back line. Kayak is all by himself. Oh no, he's in trouble. Cage breaks through. Oh, for a second there, opportunity for 2 picked up, but no. Instead, G2 avert it. And sure, you've got Alpha joining in on the backline, but all positions are covered by G2. It feels like it's inevitable they'll be running away with this, but Alpha is giving them some caution. Sayonara revealing where he's coming from, throwing down an owl drone all by himself, though. And he will be going for this one. Nice little one-way to be thrown to mitigate.
But playing in front of a crowd is a completely different story.
Completely different. You've got so many eyes on you. This is not a normal experience for anyone. Kill contract coming through. A Hail Mary for Fnatic. They've already got him a pick. Oh, Alpha does not lose these. A double kill contract onto Giacomo this game already. And that's a 5v3 converted now for Fnatic. G2 need to find a way in. They need a pick, they need space. And they're going to try and figure it out with the likes of Trent.
Yeah, it's about trying to maintain those numbers here now, though. I like how Boaster's actually crept into this smoke with the shorty in hand after the trap wire has been taken down.
No stun coming out. Surely you know.
Oh, they know. Oh, they know.
Surely you know. Doesn't matter though. Boaster's a beast. Good for the one, but Trent left in a lonely world. No friends, no buddies. But that's maybe when he gets unleashed. Sure, 1v4. It's hard to imagine we'll get something like that done, but he's instantly converted it into a 1v3. And one of the remaining players has only got a classic, and he's waiting for his team to arrive as well.
I do like this. Fnatic looking to group, take this 3v1 together.
Waiting for the recon as well. Good diligence done by Fnatic. Trent backline. Unstoppable for now, but Alpha yet will be able to put him in his tracks to make it work. Oh, this is cool. Flush back, creating some confusion, creating some havoc, fighting himself to the sidelines, but he needs reinforcements and he needs it quick. No one around, but Jorgamo stuck in no man's land, ends up being deleted. Valen still on site, he's doing some damage, but Kayak is annihilating the players on long. It's all down to Lee, but there's no way on earth he will be able to win this. Spike already defused. Fnatic are keeping things close.
A massive round win there, opening
the pressure on. One player locked on site. I feel like Sayonara is in trouble. He hasn't had the best of days, but he's trying to get himself out of that. As Kadoa modding Poster tries to save his teammate's life, but he's only good for the one, as it's a 3v4.
Yeah, you've got an operator into this retake here as well from Kayak. Might even be a call to try and save that weapon with how important it could be in future rounds, with how expensive of an investment it has been.
G2 don't back out of this. They've got all the crossfires in the world. One flash available here. Poster trying to break out, but it's Chronicle getting the first shot. This does complicate the endeavor here for G2. There's no time running out for Fnatic. They are the timekeepers as Fnatic break. Paranoia, good reaction timing here from Poster. Can he get out of dodge? No, the answer is a big no to that. Jorgamo wants to go even further. But no, he drops back, respects, because Fnatic are trying to block down the line onto the A side. But meanwhile, the C side's been opened up entirely for G2 to move in with. Chronicles considering if he wants to go for the fight, but the pre-fire into the smoke by Jonah might have just gifted the round for G2.
Jonah also said, I'm getting out of here. He straight up went through A, now has CT control here for G2, able to relay this information back over towards the rest of his squad. Kayak on an island on C site.
Yep. Oh dear, running out of bullets there. Who can get his shorty out first? Kayak with a quicker hand.
Portal closed.
Oh man. G2 were great with obscuring what they wanted to go for. Brilliant stuff by Jorgamo to keep people busy, but this feels a tough world for Fnatic. Rolling Thunder even in store for G2. And yeah, with the time running out, Fnatic have got to respect this, have got to run away. And we said this was Fnatic. Feels like G2 are going to go for the C hit. Alpha, you're holding the right line, but his spray isn't that great. Eventually he does get one. Trent will reply. Still a play on the backside. Chronicle doesn't get a chance to get a shot in. Sayonara tries to find impact in this game. He's struggled, and he'll struggle again. Kayak all by himself, but he's got to respect this. Got to save the operator, and that puts G2 on match point.
Difficult for Fnatic. This was a round that was important for them to be able to secure. Again, this back and forth. Co-contract actually just narrowly misses Jorgamo there. Now crept up. What a shot from Alpha.
I need to see that in slow-mo. That was incredibly quick.
Shadows traveling. Drop the spike.
I have no idea where that came from, and I don't think G2 know either. They're kind of lost in the situation. Lost in the source. Lee falling low, and HP Sayonara gets caught. So G2 able to stabilize, still breaking through. There is a gap. Oh, Kayak can't connect this time around. But Fnatic have got the numbers.
That they do, looking to regroup. We've actually got a sandwich retake incoming here from Fnatic. 2 players on that flank as well.
You've got to look at the utility as well. Paranoia available for Boaster, flash for Kayak. This is doable. 2 players playing from hell here from G2. Jonah approaching very forward. That is going to be an off angle taken. They're playing within the smoke itself. Jorgamo holding one of the lines, but can the other line sustain these hits? Valen, oh, he's making it scary for Fnatic as they cross onwards, but they've got the superiority in numbers. Boaster takes over and gives Fnatic another breathe.
Before being tossed back over. Just trying to make a bit of noise here in mid. Great trade to be called here as well with Jonah Pete being on that angle.
Here.
Oh. For a moment there, I thought Leaf was late to react, but not so much. Sayonara, this is a moment to shine. Only on his side. Alpha yet by his side. Sayonara, good for the first one, but the adjustment not so grand. Kayak is left to himself. Oh, he's just seen an opponent walk past them. This could be it. This could be G2 closing it in, and Jonah looking the right direction gives Kayak another chance. Dimensional Rift. Kayak to do with this as he pleases. This could be incredible. Unless G2 can put an end to it. He's figured out where one of them is. Throws down a clone, goes back. Does he expect the same position by Trent? The answer is no. And G2 take over on Fnatic's map pick.
What a way to do it as well. G2, they've always been consistent in being able to play together.
Until the end. And 4v5, when the spike is down, that's when the turn tables, right? That's when you're the team that's under control.
Out of charges.
That's the thing. Even now, taking this elbow control here for Fnatic, but you've got this rotation, this flank coming out from G2. Leaf just getting that timing here on Chronicle, who's just missed it.
Oh, man. And I don't know if that will trigger Fnatic to maybe put Bosa lurking out. Oh, he's going to have his knife out.
No
This
idea.
is bad timing. Fnatic might be playing with an extra player down, with G2 having the upper hand here. Dizzy, good to keep one back. Kayak needs to be accurate here, but he cannot find the shot. Chronicle, experience in the clutches. One of the most influential ones in history to ever do it. But even if the players are low against him, he won't be able to kill off the diffuser. G2 with first blood for a third time running. Let's see when Bosa decides to move in, because Trent's position could be very problematic. He's revealed himself together with a wingman. Bosa overwhelmed. Fnatic need to find an advantage elsewhere. They need to find it quick in through Lambs. They've shown what they're going for. Dizzy doesn't do a thing. They're being collapsed upon. G2 aren't struggling. They're holding their ground. It's Fnatic that's under pressure. And honestly, they have to take the TP fast. It's the right decision to make, but with so many G2 alive players, it's
Look at Leaf right now. The timing that he has over towards Mark, get the flank incoming as well. 30 seconds on the clock, Sayonara down in a 1v3 situation. Better off just saving the Phantom, having this hero rifle into the next round.
This is massive for G2. This is the best start possible where Fnatic throw guns into the third round and can't recover the win. A little bit of splash damage, softening up the rest. You can see the Seekers of the rest of the map. This is clearing out a lot of space. This is giving a guarantee of G2 that this is an A-site hit for sure, and a potential backline stab that Bosa needs to call off. He needs to be able to get this pick up to deny Jonah the rotation. Fnatic, yes, they push into A. Yes, they've got Lamb's control, but they haven't gotten the spike down yet. So it's G2 comfortable in this situation.
That's the thing, though. Talking about the time, he took a little bit of a look at those combinations that are coming in. Chronicle to fall, though, and time ticking down.
Fnatic are lost here. And even if they choose to go to the TP, there's even a guarantee with the likes of Jonah on the backline. Leaf approaches from Lamson. There's nothing Fnatic could do.
Going to give Fnatic the opportunity to open up.
They haven't checked this corner. He's able to get one kill. Toxic screen available by his teammates, so Bosa will try and survive a little bit more. Trent a little bit out of his depth, so he will get dealt with. Fnatic making sure that their ground is theirs, and G2 cannot get away disrespecting them. And that's a lot of information off the prowl.
No!
As well, never mind.
The corner check. This timing could be everything. 2 players to be caught out towards short at the very least. They look back.
It's a great timing for Alpha to look back, but if he didn't, that could have been crazy. Yeah, you can't consider G2 to be favorites for this round at all. So finally, Fnatic to secure a round. They didn't really have to use much of their own, to be fair, right? They didn't have to go for it. It was G2 that might have overcooked. Still 5 rounds available to them, right? So by all means, not out of the game just yet. But they can't let Cho'Gamoo get away with operating freely. And Alpha does that quickly. Jonah showing no respect. This is G2 in a nutshell. Kayak demanding respect back as Fnatic stabilize a little bit now that they've got the numbers.
Yeah, small mistakes that we don't typically see players on G2 make. I was surprised to see Jonah actually going for the re-swing there when he doesn't have anyone for the follow-up.
So you spotted out one of the players. You spotted out the second player.
Combo. No!
Gonna try and isolate. Leaf holds on for a little while. It did get scary. But Fnatic, again, 50 seconds to work with. They know they've got the numbers. They know there's one player towards the A site. They're wondering if they lured the second player there, or G2 are playing with their defenders bunched together.
And at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter about who you lure. It's more about the fact that you're playing the numbers in a 3v1, but Valorant's still able to isolate a fight. Down to a 2v2. Still 2 ultimates to work here for Fnatic. The Nightfall and the Cosmic Divide.
Oh, Valen! the true gatekeeper of this A side. No one shall cross while he is still alive. Presence towards the A site, but G2 isn't buying it. Therefore, they don't have an adequate amount of players to the defense of this site. Fnatic able to find 2 entrances cleanly. So the A site will be under their domain.
It will, but it also gives this room for a little bit of that space to be taken back here by G2. Cosmic Divide to fade there. And Leaf pretty far from the action, just kind of worried about any potential lurk that's coming in. For G2, it might even be a question of just trying to do a little bit of damage to Fnatic, knowing that still they don't have quite the best economic situation. But instead, it's the flank that's incoming. A little bit late into the post plant, though.
Kayak was looking at that location a second ago. Now he no longer isn't. Now they're looking again. Now they know. Yeah, G2 are just hoping they get a pick here. If they get a pick, it's doable. But now they're going in to try and deal with the weapons of Fnatic. Oh! A double by Leaf. No one shall save for G2. For Fnatic, rather.
Why did I start
A potential to stick the spike diffuse or no? There's no time remaining. At least there's that, but Fnatic can't save a single gun. Thrash thrown in, trying to clear out lamps. Jorgamo going for an excursion himself, but Chronicle was able to find him on time. Fnatic respond by bunching their players up together to try and get that spike planted. Thing is, G2 have already got a lot of players nearby. Yep. That was G2's Thrash.
Yeah. Just tangled in the legs of Leaf there. It's all good.
Yeah, okay. But the fact they've got lamps control here, G2, this isn't too bad of a situation. If you're Fnatic and you don't have lamp control,
they haven't even planted yet.
You can't be too comfortable.
No, it's going to be really difficult to get into good post-plant positioning.
Leaf will bide his time. Wait for his teammates to make some noise elsewhere. Now he's drawing attention, so the rest of his team can start to move in. 4v4. High ground gathered by Fnatic, but it matters not. Chronicle holding on for now. Kayak locked in no man's zone, and Chronicle is all that remains for Fnatic, the final hope. The 3-time world champ, the only one that can be proud of a title like that. Over the strike thrown in, hoping for a Hail Mary spray down, but instead he gets killed from above, and G2 take over yet again. Valen is affected. Sayonara is able to get some pot shots through, but how much more can you find? You need to be able to cross through. Valen out into the open, and that's an easy pickup for Alpha here. Spike needs to make its way into the site quickly because it's no longer there, and G2 have already been able to recuperate. They're grouped up together, and they might be able to push through the Viper's Pit as well. A tough one. Alpha yellow, but he's got control over the skies. Jonah, sidelines. They could spray. Once they hear the spike being touched, they're going to try and spray, but Alpha is able to spot Jonah first. Leafs in the backline, no one is looking. Bosa could die here, trying to assist with his own smokes. Spray down comes through, no connection, but Jorgamo is doing so much of the Viper's Pit himself. He feels comfort under pressure, and Chronicle is down to do it all by himself. Tough situation with Trent holding with a shorty. Oh, it's absolute misery by Fnatic, and it's all delivered by G2. Well, the best situation could be from the first half. And look to carry it on forwards into the second. Just keep repeating trends. Fnatic on the wrong side of the map.
Yeah. It really is just a very different play style overall, I think. But now, Fnatic got 3 players looking to retake towards CT, the crossfire that's being held by G2 here as well.
Oh man. Fnatic simply up the creek with no paddle, and G2 able to sink the ship. It's a tough world, but G2 are loving every second of it, being ever so close to guaranteeing it. With this collection, they'll be putting themselves on an 11th, 2 away from securing. Trying to get some pot shots through to maybe make Alpha's job a little bit easier. The Dizzy comes through in the nick of time. The toxic screen does drop, and Sayonara finds a double. That's when you want the 16-year-old to shine. And he's able to save his life. G2 reconsidering, regrouping. Leaf trying to break through on a different angle, and he's successful in doing so. This has stabilized the ordeal. Chronicle locked on site by himself, trying to hold on to that line, but he's unable to do so. Therefore, a free spike plant is permitted.
Well, look at that timing here as well. Originally, Boaster and Sayonara were looking to crunch on Leaf. Now, forced to push back over towards site. Leaf's going to find the timing.
He is. But Boaster also trying to do something of his own. You were hoping that Sayonara could keep them busy a little bit longer. But with Boaster having to deal with so many different angles, so many different positions, sure, amongst the best in the world. And he gets to play against his former organization. If they end up winning this, a kill of intent here for Jonah, Kayak. A last Hail Mary, a final stand. They put their hands deep in their pockets for this particular round, trying to invest as much as humanly possible. But they need something and they need it quick, and Valorant might not be permitting them to do that, just rushing behind the backline. There's a trade from Sayonara, though. No, they need a little bit extra. Jorgamo within the smoke is causing havoc, and it's just falling apart by Fnatic. G2 have got them against the wall, taking wind out of their lungs. G2 not only knock out Fnatic,